Hey, good morning, good day. Welcome. I'm Stephanie. Welcome to Express Yin. We're going to do about a 15-minute kind of lay low, take care of you, with a focus mostly on the low back, your hips, and your pelvis, just in case you have some tension that you're holding on there. So please take your time to work your way onto your back. Once you get onto your back, make sure that your head can go down to something, depending on how your neck is feeling. You might want just a little bit of a blanket behind your head to support you. Feel free. And then move your pelvis a little side to side. You might pull in one or both knees just to kind of lengthen your spine and keep your natural curves. You don't want to press your low back into the earth. And then just walk your feet out as wide as your mat, your knees towards the stars for a moment. Hands anywhere you like. I've been enjoying sometimes having my hands on me for that sense of touch and connection with breath. Eventually, maybe you'll feel comfortable bringing them out to the side. But from here, just try to draw your thighs and your knees towards each other, just letting them fall in and perhaps support each other. A gentle stretch to the outside of your hips and thighs. And then wiggle toes, fingers, relax the jaw. Try to smooth out the breath. Long, slow, deep belly breaths are such a great way of clearing out toxins, of freeing up stress, building energy. Just another breath or two here, trying to use less muscle, so really being aware of where you're forcing and what you can do to just trust and release. And then a little windshield wiper, letting your knees drop to one side, pause. And then your knees will come up and drop the other side, pause. Do that one more time each way. Move with your breath when you're ready to. Once you have gone both directions equally, let your knees go back up towards the stars again, and then just bend into your left knee and let your left knee go down towards the floor, left foot kind of come midline. Your right knee is going to stay straight up towards the stars. You can walk your foot out a little bit to broaden through your pelvis and see if that helps release your hip. Then your arms are yours. They can go out kind of diagonal away from you, palms up. It can go up above your head or even behind your head, like you're gazing up at the clouds or the stars. And if it bothers you to have your right leg bent, you can always straighten it. This is just a modified version of a reclined tree, an external rotation of your left hip. Usually it helps keep things a little bit more neutral, less force, more calm. It's only about 60 seconds here. See if you can, again, find that balance of inhales, pause, that stillness, exhales, and pause. Think about your torso being a cylinder that you're filling up. And then you're letting everything wash away. Your inhales, you should feel a little lightness, a little lift, a little backing off. And then your exhales, settling in a little bit deeper. Once you have completed this breath, if your right leg did straighten, go ahead and bend your knee, put your foot on the ground. And then we'll rewind, bringing your left knee towards the stars, left foot down. Walk your right foot and left foot so that they're in line with your pelvis. Just pause for a moment. And then pull your left knee in towards you, rotate it out to the side, so that external rotation. You might even take your hand to the inner part of your thigh and hip and just encourage it to open out to the side, even out to your thigh, rotating it out, gently pulling your left foot in. And then crossing your left foot over your right thigh. This is a reclined pigeon. You can stay with your right foot on the floor. Or you can explore bringing your right leg in. If you do, and even if you don't, you might just wiggle a little bit side to side. Release and neutralize your pelvis. You want your left hip sit bone to slide a little bit more towards your right heel. If you did bring your legs up, you can gently hold on to your legs as long as it's not putting strain on your shoulder. You could even straighten your right leg up towards the stars. Sometimes that helps not only be a little inversion, a little bit of freedom of movement of oxygenated blood in a different direction, but maybe a little less effort. Again, it's only about 60 seconds here, so allow yourself to melt wherever you feel supported and calm. If you've got a wall or a chair, putting your foot on that is also quite nice. An ottoman. And let your inhales be like you're opening up the window after being closed in, and just let that fresh air, that freshness to travel to areas that might have some restrictions, some staleness, some tightness. And then once you have completed at least the next cycle of breath, bend into your right knee, bring your right leg towards you. Do a little bit of a rocking side to side. Again, massaging the side of your ribs, side of your pelvis, the SI joint, sacroiliac. And then rock a little up and over towards the left. So you're going to try to get your left thigh to go to the floor, maybe the knee and the right foot towards the floor. So stretching through more of the right side hip and glute. If you can, gaze is up and a little bit to the right. Arms away from you to open up through the heart and the chest, the collarbones. A few slow, deep breaths. Giving yourself time to sit with what comes up. And to gather what you need and to let the rest pass on by. Now, if you just found a sweet spot and you want to stay here, fantastic. If you'd like to explore a couple breaths, same shape to the right, press your legs towards each other, engage a little bit of low belly, a little bit of inner strength to bring your legs back to neutral, and then up and over towards the right, trying to get part of your right thigh, calf, ankle, left foot on the floor. You might even pull your left leg towards you or move it away. And then if you did bring your legs to the right, again, gaze is up and a little bit to the left, just a few breaths. So we're trying to get at you from the inside out in all directions, the front and the back, the right and the left, top and bottom. At least one more breath. And then wherever you are, coming back to center, but using a little bit of energy, squeezing the legs, engaging the belly, maybe using your hands. And then untangling your legs, letting your feet again go wide on your mat, knees are up. Gently lift up your hips and slide your tailbone towards your heels to, again, free up your spine. Arms wherever you like, but just check back in. What do you notice? How are you feeling? And then if the windshield wiper worked for you, we'll do it again. If it didn't, you can just pause where you're at or add anything, a hug, even straightening your legs up or down. Because that's what it's all about, taking that time out and time in to listen and to acknowledge where you are, what you need, what you don't. If you moved side to side, you'll come back to neutral. Left foot stays pretty much where it is as you pull your right knee in towards you and then out, and then rotating and releasing down the right bent knee. So kind of that reclined tree, external rotation of your hip on the right side. And then again, you can play with where you have your left foot, if you want it closer or farther, bent or straight knee. And then same thing with your arms. They can stay close to you or expand away. Give yourself time just to be here. I like to start my day in this similar pose before I get out of the covers, just to stretch and open up on one side and then the other. We hold a lot of tension and emotions in our hips and pelvis, low back area. See if you can exaggerate your exhales, clearing out your lungs, so important, but also really appreciating the power of release and that creating space for what is important. And then again, once you've finished this round of breath, check in, notice where you are, where you've traveled, where you've expanded. If you did straighten your left leg, bend into your left knee so it goes up. You feel that solidness of your left foot, and then we can do the same thing with your right knee up, right foot down. Walk your feet in so they're more midline, lining feet, knees, hips, shoulders. Pause. This is just such a great place to come anytime, just to get a break from all the sitting that we do, creating a little space for the front of the hips, release the low back. Here we'll pull in the right knee, rotate it out again, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Recline pigeon other side. So again, same choices. Do you keep your left foot down? Do you want to lift your left foot up and put it on a chair, a block, a wall? Or pull your leg in towards you. Either way, it helps to just move your pelvis a little side to side so that you can notice. Usually when you lift up a leg, sometimes that hip wants to lift up as well. Say, hey, let me help you out here. But we really need to have your pelvis neutral and expand from there, from a solid place. Again, hands can be at your leg, gentle support, or if that pulls on your shoulders, let it go. Straighten through the left leg if that works for you. Pull your right foot towards you and create a little bit of that space, kind of walking from the inner hip out, inner thigh out. You might visualize your breath dancing from the nose to your toes and then washing over you. Such a great place just to pause, to reconnect. This is where we might find answers that we didn't even know we had questions for. Every time I take a time out, even if it's just a few breaths, a couple moves, I usually am able to kind of redirect what I need to do next. If you did lift up your left leg, bend your knee, plant your foot on the floor, and then that kind of reestablishes your hips and pelvis. Pull your legs towards you, rock a little bit side to side. This is where we're going to bring your legs over towards the right. And you do need to land towards something. So it might be your arm, a pillow, the floor, but try to get part of your right thigh and knee and your left foot to touch and be grounded. And then you can get into that gentle twist, that little massage, your internal organs as your heart and gaze goes up and opposite of your legs. Few slow, deep breaths here. Try to find one more, guaranteed that there's somewhere you can soften and relax, whether it's the jaw, your face, your foot, your pelvis, all the above. And then find a little energy. Engage the low belly, press your leg and your thighs together. Bring your legs up and towards you a little, and then up and over opposite direction. Again, getting something to touch, whether it's the floor, your hand, a bolster. And then again, gentle twisting of the belly and the heart and the gaze opposite. So never forcing the breath, our thoughts, our bodies. Trying to find the place of stability and grounding so that we can feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more at ease. A little bit of space and grace. With that comes gratitude. And we find the gratitude for things maybe that we didn't know that we were grateful for before. So at least one more breath, pause, surrender, and then find a little fire. Squeeze your legs towards each other, bring your legs back up. Untangle your legs as wide as you started with your feet, with your knees. One final windshield wiper, clearing out some of the clutter we've collected, mind, breath, and body. And then we're going into fetal posture wherever you feel like you've got more space, a little bit more ability. Support your head, pause for at least a full cycle of breath. Complete breath, complete you. And then if you'd like, press yourself up into a seat. If you're comfortable there, stay. Your seat is yours, whether you want to cross legs or straight legs. But move a little bit side to side, a little forward. Find that even a circular movement here. And then once you're grounded, rooted, rise up, circling your arms up, letting your palms come together, connecting past your mind, your words. And when you find your hands at your heart, find this perfect balance of effort and ease, of wisdom and compassion. And we bow our heads slightly to all that you are, with grace, with gratitude. Namaste, friends. Thanks so much for taking time out for you. Hopefully you found a time to kind of clear up your head, clear up any congestion, mind and body, hips slow back. May you enjoy the rest of your day wherever it takes you. Continue on, check out some other videos, try something new, you never know. You might find a little bit different parts of you talking a little stronger, a little bit more relaxed as well. At Y Detroit for YouTube and YMCA Detroit for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next time. Have a great day.